Oh, Hades definitely can be built more as a pure mage to it. The thing with Isis, she doesn't have well, I don't know if her one will be able to keep her. Will be able to let her back paddle out of the ult. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Generally, any god who has a jump or anything like that, Hades' ult doesn't have a big effect on them, but I'm very curious to see if Isis is able to get out of that with her one if that backspeed kind of prevents the slow effect.
I'm thinking for the sake of purposes and things I must do, I'm gonna go get another beer since we still got about 80 minutes. 80 seconds? 80 minutes? Fuck! What the hell would you do?
I was like, Jesus, why don't I might as well go...
Let's go get some food.
Or something.
Alright, yeah, I will be back with a little bit of a countdown. We should have this going in no time.
Guys, I'm here. Chaos has just left. We kind of need to have a talk. Chaos D1 is a very clear and apparent drinking problem. I think maybe when he comes back, the chat should ask him, hey, John, do you want to talk? Because it's clear you're having a vicious drinking problem that we can help you with. Just, let him know it's your family. Maybe call him shithead. Hey, shithead, stop drinking so much. When he comes back, everybody say, hey, John, you shithead, stop drinking so much. And then call him fat.
Another day, another Yingling of questionable age. 10 seconds.
And we are in.
I'm standing up very closely against Isis's rack as she spins around, whacking me in the face with that staff. Let's float up to the sky and cut out some of this shit so we can get started. It's beer. Beer don't count as drinking.
Sean, you have a drinking problem. I asked the chat to confront you on it. I also asked them to all call you shitheads, but nobody responded to me, so clearly I can never become a cult leader.
Well, you can give it some practice.
I want them to. Alright, both are going to start off with level 2 boots. The big difference you're seeing there is that LDJoy is actually going to be starting up with that magic pot and heading right into the jungle.
That's an odd and interesting move. Most people usually save that for kind of a roundabout, getting that last bit of damage once they're fully built. At least that's how I've always used it. I'm interested in see how that's going to go. Sakuri, of course, looks like he's going to be searching around the camps to see if he can't catch LDJoy.
There you go. Caro Cola did manage to do as I asked. So thank you, Caro Cola. You are a true friend.
Oh,
we're about to see an encounter. Well, I don't know if Sakura has seen LDJoy yet.
that was fantastic. Some stealth Hades fucking Metal Gear Solid shit going on. Oh, I think he sees her now. What? What is going on? Well, they're just not afraid. They're just scaring the shit out of me right now.
They're just like, fuck it.
LDJoy now looking to get some of those... Oh, a damage buff right from the start. I am intrigued by this.
It looks like he's going to go straight.
I'm so intrigued I accidentally hit a button that zoomed me right the fuck in. And there he goes, grabbing the damage buff from the start. Sakuri in lane did not go...
Looked like he looked like he was considering the red buff, but decided against it. Now Hades is going in, dealt huge damage off that. But got hit with that stun, has to run away, heals himself off of his 3, and he's going to back away. He has popped that potion though, so he has a limited time frame to start using that in.
LDJoy taking some hits pretty well. Being stunned twice and being hit with Isis's 1, still in really good shape.
Tower is under attack.
He has that great sustain from that 3. He's able to use that to very good effect right now. Doesn't look like he's had to pop too many potions. Sakuri doesn't have that sustain necessarily until he gets his ult at level 5. Till then, though, it looks like he's just going to heal up off a couple potions and kind of keep his distance, try to come in sparingly.
Well, Sakuri very smartly is stunning LDJoy every time he tries to go in with that move.
It's a telegraph move. It's no fault of LDJoy's, but it's very clear when he's going to be using it. Sakura is just immediately responding. First comes in with that stun, then silences him to keep him completely immobile at that point, and then just throws on his 1, gets a little bit of free damage in there.
It almost seems as though LDJoy is kind of focusing on keeping the minions clear and letting the minions do the work. That's twice now that we've seen a minion push on that tower. Granted, no, well, they've actually done some decent damage to that tower for him never actually once taking a shot at it himself. That seems to be a strategy right now. Go in, nuke out the minions, and just leave.
And he's fully built the boots. He's going with the shoes, the boots of the Magi, so with that extra magic penetration in there. On the other hand, Sakurai is not finishing his boots yet. He's actually started up level 2 of Enchanted Trinket, so be curious if he decides to then go right into the Polynomicon off that.
LDJoy once again looks like he'll be doing a minion clear or going after Isis, and again, it's a nice stun. Back and forth. These fights are not too one-sided at this point. Oh, LDJoy taking some heavy damage now.
Yeah, that was... He unfortunately picked up minion aggro off of that, and that's just what a lot of that damage came from. He's already going to have to retreat, which is a bit unfortunate. I feel like maybe if he'd been able to get his ult up there, unfortunately he was silenced, but he may have been able to pick up a kill there.
Sakura gonna let the minions push while he gets back. Not a bad move at all. It's kind of how I play it. Especially this early. Unless I know that the enemy is down for a bit. Might take a few damage, just take a couple hits on that tower just to knock it down a bit. Again, put some pressure on.
And LDJoy has picked up that tiny trinket there, so it looks like he may be getting started on that. Oh, a Divine Ruin actually coming out from Sakurai. Going to be able to fight against that heal that Hades is going to have.
He's going to manage to pick up Tiny Trinket. Not sure what he'll be building that into right now. Still has a couple health potions. Again, what he seems to be doing is just kind of focusing on clearing minion waves, and then taking a bit of that damage, but fleeing to make sure that the minions can get through. Again, there he goes again.
He is keeping this minion farm pushed firmly in his favor right now, so I like that tactic.
Oh! Going in for the ult combined with the circle of healing, it's... oh.
Oh! Wow! Just 2 ults, once on top of each other, and all that damage, unless he's able to get the kill on Sakurai off of that, Sakurai basically just put them in a dead even standstill, did that damage back into LDJoy, and then healed himself back up.
Oh. With a silence, LDJoy's forced to flee. Sakura putting on the pressure. This is a very even match right now, and I'm surprised considering what we're looking at. Because these are both very unorthodox play strategies, so it's really interesting to watch.
Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a retreat from both sides, head back to base and pick up a little something else, maybe start finishing items.
Now, Chris, are we entirely sure that these are not the same person cloned and attacking each other with different usernames?
I feel like at this point Smite would have some sort of system in place to prevent against that, but it is possible that the Matrix has taken over and we are being invaded by robot drone clones of one another.
I'm willing to buy that.
I'm honestly not sure what happened in the second and third Matrix movie, so I think that's how things worked out.
Just keep it that way and you'll be good. Sakuri hanging back by the tower, minions having a little bit of war in the middle, LDJoy taking down the jungle buff to get that damage buff again. Again, not taking much damage from those camps.
LDJoy's actually going to start up working towards that, oh god, I can't remember the name of it, the purple horn, the Banecraft horn I think it is, or something like that.
Oh, it's the Bancroft's Talon,
yes,
which is a very dangerous item on Hades.
Yeah, it gives them that little extra heal, although remember, Sakura has picked up the Divine Rune, so that heal is not going to be as effective, and I almost wonder if LDJoy is aware of the fact that Sakurai has picked that up.
Well, the way I'd see it, and the most dangerous thing about Bancroft's talent is that it's kind of ideal in a situation for Hades. Especially when using the ult. Everyone's going to be shooting Hades, because if they can't run, they're going to try to kill the person who's pulling them in. The thing is, the less health that he has, the more damage that's going to do, and the lower you get him down, the more you're hurting yourself in the process. So it's a really nasty combo.
And LDJoy is just continuing this. He's just taking down minions where he can, gets in there, bursts them down, and it's almost always pushed against Sakura. Now, we haven't seen too much of an effect on that because it's two mages here, so she's able to hit her own wave clear.
Oh! Oh, a fantastic combo by Sakura, but not enough to finish off LDJoy. Definitely enough to put the pressure and get him out of there.
What's key to that, though, Sakura used his ult, wasn't able to get the kill, so the next time Hades goes in, if he goes in soon after this, Sakurai's not going to have his ult up to counter that Hades ult if he decides to go for it. So I'm going to be very interested to see if Hades decides now's the moment to go in and hit that ult.
Isis not going after the tower, although LDJoy did get back up pretty soon. Again, looking to clear the minion waves and get a little bit more of a push.
And he has started building the Silver Talisman, probably, I presume, going into either, well, yeah, one of the choices, the other, the Bulwark of Hope, I'd imagine, but he might actually go with the Pestilence, and if Sakurai decides to go with that ult combo into his, he'll at least be able to prevent what she's able to get back from it.
Yeah, Pestilence holding back on Sakurai's and Isis's heal would probably be a pretty good move on his part. Sakurai looks to be chasing him down into there. LDJoy going for that. If he doesn't pick up that buff in time, Sakurai has a chance to steal it. Oh, countering with an ult. Let's see how this turns out. Silence having no effect. It's a bit of a little grudge match, right? Oh! Oh! The seal keeping Sakurai up.
Just at time.
LDJoy sounds like this is a brutal matchup. I think Sakurai, yes! Even though Sakuri steals the damage buff, LDJoy manages to edge that out and get the first kill of the match.
Great play by both of them in there. Sakurai dropping that heal just in the last moment to get himself back up, and LDJoy sticking with it, using his one almost in the exact same place to manage to get that extra damage in there and apply that blight, and he has gone back. He's finished the Bulwark of Hope, and Sakurai's gone back. He's grabbed the Void Stone, so very interesting builds coming in from both these guys, almost designed to counter one another.
I know, and I'm hoping that people are actually watching these and understanding the strategies and the play styles of these people, because they're eventually going to have to face off against them one way or another. It's a good chance, and it's probably best to arm yourself with this knowledge. All I know is I am fucking terrified. I am going to get owned so hard.
You are an amazing friend. Don't hold it against yourself, but if you go up against me, I'm going to squash you like a goddamn bug.
We'll see how this goes. But you've got Sean to contend with right now.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Well-timed Silent Circle and Stun, but not enough to do real damage, and that's the thing. If Hades can build himself with a nice enough balance of magic damage and magic... let's see, magic protection, then he can pretty much kind of be a real challenge to take down. Wouldn't be too easy to just burn through.
Yeah, that Bulwark of Hope is going to be huge for Hades because it protects him so much from that. Now, thankfully, we see the Void Stone has come out on Sakurai's end, so he'll get a little bit of magic protection as well, but it's not going to be as much as Hades has, and Hades is naturally just built to be a tank, so he's going to get those higher tank statistics as he starts to level up.
Only pressure being put on Sakurai's tower right now, but not enough to actually... LDJoy just kind of dancing and hopping around, almost saying, like, hey, come after me, let's do this. And I think Sakurai knows that she's really... well, I say she because of Isis. Oh, we've got an ult moving in. Sakurai manages to escape just a bit. Oh, it's... yeah, she's not... Isis is not going to go down from that one, but LDJoy still way more health. Going to start doing some more damage to the middle tower.
Sakurai is bravely staying in lane. He doesn't have a lot of mana, he doesn't have a lot of health, but he managed to push those minions back before deciding to retreat. He's going to let the wave kind of clear and freeze the lane in a way. So both people are actually going to retreat and go pick up some more items. And we are seeing that Sakurai is now building up the Silver Talisman, maybe also going into a Bulwark of Hope, though, considering that Divine Ruin, I'm imagining that that's probably going to become a Pestilence as well, and kind of really prevent that healing from Hades.
It'll probably be the wiser move at this point. Building someone who's not necessarily a tank with tanky items can have its uses, but it's really not the best bet. You're kind of hurting yourself in the long run by keeping away some of that attack power you have. So it's really kind of more counteracting what he can do right now, less than trying to make sure that you can just survive magic damage.
And Hades is gone with that Void Stone as well for that extra damage in there. Fortunately, his ult is not up at the moment while Sakurai's is.
Void Stone, one of the better items, especially if you want to kind of balance the magical protection versus the magical power. Oh, we've got to move up. Oh no! Sakurai just managed to slightly get out of that.
He was just on the edge of that. Had he been a little bit closer, that probably would have pulled him in enough to either get the kill or at least to force a retreat. But thankfully, Sakurai still has enough health left. He's going to push back on that lane.
Noticing also that Sakurai did pick up Purification Beads, an excellent move against Hades, who's especially going to be using his ult for his, kind of finishing move. Oh, LDJoy again going on for the full assault. He kind of jumps in there, does a nice heavy burst damage, and then just kind of pushes. It's more of a shove, really. It's not really like, he's pushing very hard towards against Sakuri, but more of enough to say, I'm here and I will hurt you.
That silence has just been so key for Sakurai, though. Every time LDJoy comes in with that one, he immediately gets silenced and can't really do the big follow-up damage. So he's been very excellent with the timing of that silence, so props to Sakurai.
Sakura now has built, as we'd guessed, a Pestilence, and going after, first thing, Magic Focus. I believe that builds into a lot. That could be many things right now.
Very likely it could end up being the Obsidian Shard, because Bulwark of Hope is out on LDJoy. He might just decide to go in for that quick penetration to kind of counter those stats. So that would be a good move on his part. LDJoy has picked up the red buff, though, so his damage is again going to be high, and he is just wave clearing.
It seems like he's relying more on his minions to do the work. He hasn't really made a general and kind of a damaging push towards the tower. Towers are very even. Like, oddly enough, this match is kind of very even. Despite there being a 1 kill ahead on LDJoy, it always seems like we're watching minions meet right in the middle. They always seem to be doing this. As again, are they not clones? This is just kind of an interesting thing to watch.
I mean, when you even look at their builds, you're starting to see it. I mean, outside of the boots, they both went different on the boots, and then they both obviously went with, the Banecraft Talon or the Divine Ruin, but both have picked up the Magic Focus. Both have, in LDJoy's case, picking up the Bulwark, and Sakurai's case, picking up Pestilence, which both built off the same thing. And it looks like both are also going to be building into that Obsidian Shard.
LDJoy managed to take down their tower, Sakurai's tower, pretty easily, as Sakura is off getting the speed buff. Sakurai now looking to get a little bit of a revenge strike, but LDJoy is pretty much done at this point and heading back. Well-timed stun just to say, no, you ain't going anywhere.
Such a dick move, but always appreciated.
Oh, didn't get the hit on that first one and got out just in time. Almost as a taunt at this point. He knew he could have just gone a bit farther back. It's a very common thing that we're seeing here. LDJoy rushes in, Sakurai times the stun, he manages to kind of eat it pretty quick. She tries to combo up with the... I say she because, ISIS. Gotta keep that cuff.
I screwed up all the time, don't feel bad for it.
Yeah, champions and gods, we don't even know what the fuck game we're playing anymore, let's just keep going.
That was actually very key there. If you saw, Hades went in, tried to do his 3 to get back his health, but because of that Divine Ruin and because of that Pestilence, he barely healed back from it at all.
Oh. Isis did manage to stun Hades just a bit before he'd recalled, but that didn't mean anything because that does not do any direct damage. Just the silence. And again, minions meeting in the middle. This is a very... Despite there being a little bit of the, the tower's down, So, advantage is LDJoy at this point, but there's still very much push and pull. This match could go on quite a while. What I'm afraid of is what we're going to see is that someone's going to build them the Uber build. At one point, they're going to have everything they want, and it's all going to go according to their plan. And at that point, the match is over.
We're starting to see that right now. They're both building into their final items now. We're seeing that LDJoy is going into that lost artifact, most likely going into a Rada Tahuti off of that very expensive item. Whereas Sakuri is going into the Soul Requiem, which I imagine probably going to be building that into a Soul Reaver to do that 15% health damage no matter what. So really trying to counter LDJoy's natural tankiness with that item. Sakuri has done a great job in counter building into Hades against Hades.
LDJoy at this point right now seems like he had the opportunity to go after the gank, and he decided against it and see put a little bit more pressure on the Phoenix, which probably would be the wiser move for getting the match done. As I have had many a match where I might not have been the kill leader, but I still won because some people just ignore the towers. And you, especially in a match like Joust, you need to realize that it doesn't matter what your kill is as long as the Titan goes down.
And we're seeing a retreat from Hades, but you know, this is every time these two square off, it's always interesting to see where this is gonna go. LDJoy's gotten the advantage off most of it, but Sakuri is starting to just build that anti-fucking Hades build to try to keep his healing low, and eventually once he finishes that Soul Requiem, just take away all that tankiness from him.
Now, knowing that Sakuri still has a beads, and at this point is probably very much off cooldown, hasn't built that any stronger right now, will probably max it out once her build is completed, LDJoy can try to just dive in with the ult, and it's not going to do much.
Sadly, Sakurai, for all of his valiant efforts, just can't burst the Hades down. And because of that, he's trying as hard as he can, but there's just not enough mana to have that happen. He's basically tapped into mana now. Maybe it might not be a bad idea to pick up meditation. I know that's generally considered a noob thing to build, but as of this point, with his style of trying to wear Hades down, he needs to get something to get that mana restoration back.
As often as LDJoy is recalling, using and making sure that you have enough mana to finish out a push might be the best bet. At this point, focusing more on getting the minions down rather than how well you can defeat him. You know, as long as you can get him to retreat. Well, we might have another fight here at Damage Camp. Again! Looks like Sakuri managed to steal the damage buff from LDJoy, but now they're kind of just dancing around each other waiting for that fight. Oh, an excellent move.
Sakuri just doesn't have the burst right now. I think he really needs that Soul Reaver to make an impact right now, just because even with all of his damage, LDJoy just survives through all of it. He's just so tanky, and he hasn't even built that many items.
Well, LDJoy just did a very quick, I thought that my fight was over, but he just dove in and just nuked Sakurai right then and there.
Sakurai now, well, because of that forced back, he has finished the Soul Reaver, but Hades is now on the Phoenix. There's no minions left to prevent it, so this might be a Phoenix right here.
Phoenix is down. Sakura still has 20 seconds about till they get back up. I doubt this will be a Titan, but it could very well happen right now. 17, 16 seconds. How much damage can LDJoy put out right now?
We're seeing the big damage. I just don't know if he's able to chunk him down before Sakurai pops up, though. At this point, I don't even know if Sakurai is really going to be capable of scaring him away.
At this point, he doesn't have the fire minions moving, and he's gotten the Titan down about half health. Again, blue trumping red as it's a cursed side in this match. We shall see. Sakura now forced to face off against the fire minions. LDJoy grabbing potion of magical might.
It's come full circle.
LDJoy looks like he's going to be doing a raw push. No, he's going to go after Sakurai. He's going after the damage camp right now.
Well, Sakurai's trying to retreat. Hades comes in, hits it just in time.
Hades' ult just completely destroying Sakurai. LDJoy has got Sakurai down. That was it. This may be the final push. LDJoy doesn't look like...
Actually, I think he might have been able to get out of it. It looks like he hit his ult again a little too early, so he wasn't able to get the full health back from that he could have. But that is probably going to be it. Sakurai's down for another 30 seconds or so. LDJoy has full build. He's got the raw duty. He's got that magic power buff on him. So this should be game right here. Lost side OP 4-0.